is Brayden Ahalt, and this is my mom, Tiffany Ahalt, and today we are making Kielbasa, kale, and potato soup.
Great. And this is a great soup, really, that's very quick and easy to make, and you can use a variety of ingredients. And we're going to go ahead and get started by chopping up our ingredients and getting things moving here. Start with the sausage. I'm going to scoop behind you here and get the onion. Okay, and I'm going to share. If you move over this side, I can move in here. There we go. You can, I think meat-wise, typically people can use loose ground sausage, Italian sausage, but we like the kielbasa, right? It probably what gives it a much better flavor. So you're chopping that up nicely. I'm going to go ahead and put the pan on and get that going hot. And this quantity we make on this soup is pretty hearty for at least 6 people. We generally finish it all in one serving, but it's an easy soup that you can also just make, and you can freeze if you want or put it away for another day. And I'm going to go ahead and dump the olive oil in. And we usually like to cook with the olive oil. It gives a little bit more flavoring as well. All right, and I'm going to let you take over.
Okay, sorry, I'm behind you.
Yep, and we're just going to move this in here. Okay, and I'm going to let you go ahead and get those onions a little bit brown. You just toss those about 1 or 2 minutes till they get a little bit golden brown. Toss them around there. Stir those, stir them up a little bit more. Toss this in there for a couple of minutes. And the nice thing is with the kielbasa, it really has a lot of nice seasoning, so you don't have to add a lot of garlic or anything else to it. Toss that up just a little bit more. And next on our list then, we're going to go ahead and add our potatoes. And Brayden and I talk about potatoes on this one a lot because obviously there's a lot of different potatoes out there. Nobody knew how many potatoes there were. In this particular one, we're going to be adding sweet potatoes, but we like, Yukon Golds? Russet, Yukon Golds are some of our favorites. But again, depending upon what you have and what your family likes, you can change this up anytime. Maybe a little bit more. So now that we have our potatoes, browning them a little bit, we're going to go ahead and add our chicken broth. And we usually like to use low sodium because when you're using the kielbasa, it adds a little bit more sodium and flavoring. So we kind of cut down on that a little bit and just use regular low sodium chicken broth. You ready? But I don't want you to turn your handle that way. Ready? There you go. Ready? And then stir that up. Okay, and now we're going to put in a little bit of seasoning. We're going to turn the heat up to get it to boil. I'm going to go ahead and put that in and add your seasoning. Okay, you can put that down. And you can lay that there and just add your seasoning. Sprinkle it all in there. Good, and turn that up a little bit. I want to make sure we have that going. And now we want to try to get this to boiling so we can really bring everything together. Just give that a minute and let it boil.
Now it's about 20 minutes. It's been boiling for us, so we're about to add the kale now.
Okay, and we're going to move this out of the way, and we're going to take this. And, depending upon what your kale's like, this is baby kale, which makes it a lot easier rather than big pieces of kale. So we can just take this up and tear it up just a little bit and toss it in there. And we like to always put a little extra kale in there because you need those healthy greens, but again, just to give it some of that more texture. Just tear it up in little pieces there. There we go. And you want to go ahead and stir that. Here, let me give you your spoon. Why don't you go ahead and stir that up a little bit, and I'll tear a little bit more. We'll just turn down the heat a little bit, and then we just let that simmer for about almost 3 minutes is perfect, just to make sure that's good. And this is also time where generally we would check to make sure our potatoes are also done. You don't want to overcook the potatoes, but you want to make sure they're cooked enough as well. And so we'll just let it simmer for about 3 minutes, and then we can serve it in our bowl. Would you like to go get the bowl?
Yes.
And then I'll hold this for you, and you can go ahead and serve it in there gently. There we go. It's usually a little bit easier with a ladle. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, you want to make sure you get enough of the good stuff in there, the meat, the potatoes. Okay, dump it in there, and then we'll go ahead and just dip the broth this way since we don't have the perfect ladle. There we go. A little bit more in there. We got it. Gentle. There we go. Okay, and now we always like to finish it up with a little bit of Parmesan cheese. And you want to go ahead and sprinkle that in there. Cheese is better on everything, right? Just sprinkle a little bit on there. Good, that's good. Awesome. And again, with your French bread, your brie cheese, and a great Chardonnay from Big Cork Winery. And if not, a great cheese panini and unsweet iced tea, right? And voila.